Part 2. I had to learn how to turn on Do Not Disturb on my phone. And we were talking about controlled range versus end range, and pain, and how pain is this great impetus into Pilates because people want out of pain, and Pilates is one way that people pursue that or try to engage in that kind of effort to escape the pain that they're in, right? To escape pain from within the MMP point of view, and thinking about how Pilates has the characteristics of uniform eccentric loading flowing through progressive patterns of movement. Right? It's in the pursuit of those patterns of movement in an ideal expression. It's in the pursuit of ideal movement that I think takes you out of pain most efficiently. The physics that we live in is so ideal in its own nature. The more ideally we can move, I think I'm saying that the easier it is, the better it is to get out of pain that you're in. So in the pursuit of Pilates, it's one thing to pursue it. Oh, will not take me to number 4. Number 4. It's a quote by someone I was talking with recently, who said that as long as there will be Pilates, as long as there will be dancers, as long as there are dancers, there will always be Pilates instructors. Okay. And I want to draw the comparison to that statement to saying as long as there are cars, as long as there are automobiles, there will be mechanics. Okay. And for me, there's a distinction between, I don't know. All I can say about dance is that it seems like it's art. It's a passionate expression of movement, right? And probably there's much more than whatever the constraints are of the science, of the biology and the physics that are going on, right? Art goes well beyond that, my opinion. But in the MMP point of view of Pilates having an ideal within it, it's the expression of the ideal that matters more than whatever veneer of art you lay over it. And the more you understand the difference between the dancer and the Pilates instructor, the more you understand the difference between the car and the mechanic. The driver of the car may be in a demolition derby and want to, or doesn't care, or presses beyond the limits of what the car is capable of. But to me, the mechanic is there to make as much of the car as can be made. For the sake of the car and not how you drive it. For the sake of the body, actually, to me, the being, thinking, and observing of the human being for the sake of those capacities. So out of pain pursues ideal movement because of the ideal we live within. Straight lines, round circles, spheres that are spherical. The ideals that we can express mathematically also have physical shape and substance and integrity in their own right. I mean, alignment matters, which probably takes me to number what? Well, it takes me to number 5, because I think I made my point with number 4. Number 5, today is 998 days ago. I started a daily routine of doing an intermediate reformer workout, and thereafter broadcasting notes to my licensed affiliates, the Core New Core, and anyone interested in thriving and surviving as a Pilates instructor. And I still never closed that notion of controlled range versus end range. In some of my experience in other modalities, an effort is taken to an end range, and a greater end range is sought. In my opinion, through the eyes of MMP as a brand, this is one of those paradoxes I hope I start writing down. To have more range in Pilates, you go in more, not out more. You go more towards center, and you develop your control towards your center, and from that control, it expands your range. So you go in to get further out. Okay with that? See that? So my invitation, hermit.com/invite.htm, hermit.com/invite.htm. I'm going to go drive around and look up my friends and invite them personally. So I don't expect my broadcast streak or regularity or routine to continue beyond Wednesday. Because life can't live forever. Read between the lines and see behind the curtain and add 2 and 2 after you've evaluated perspectives or points of view. Direct your thinking. Geist